Hi folks, Mike Schramke with Larry Stove Sand Equipment. Today we've got quite a treat. We have our service manager at Pleasant View, Jake MIHALKO. And Jake has volunteered to show y'all how to properly take off and reinstall a Kioti backhoe. The tractor we're using is a DK series with a KB 2485 backhoe, but this will be similar if you have RX, NX, NS, DK, CK, CX. Jake MIHALKO.
Let's go ahead and reinstall the backhoe. And hopefully everything works as planned. We relieved everything off the line, so hooking this thing back up should be no problem. So first thing we need to do is let's get our lines plugged back in. And it does not matter whether this one's on the top or bottom, because you can always change it at your remote. And you'll know quickly which is which. All right, we got our lines plugged back in. Let's hop back on the unit, get started up so we get some power. Tractor's on, now we gotta get some power going to your hydraulics. Now, it's kind of a shot in the dark as to which way is gonna work, but like I said, you'll find out real quick which way is the right way. Just for the heck of it, we flip it backwards. Let's see if I guess correctly. As you can see, nothing's going correctly. That just means the lines are hooked up, or they're hooked up backwards. Rather than switching lines, all you gotta do is flip the lever on your remote the other way. Now we should be working properly now. There we go. We're gonna get this thing lifted back up. And you do want to try to go nice and slow with this. If you go too quick, it could end up hitting the underside of the chassis. You got your fuel tank under there, your brake rods, the case itself, maybe a filter. You want to try not to hit anything. Now when we're picking this up, you know, we're starting from where we finished before, but if you're freshly coming out to the field, when you come backing up to the subframe, you want to try to get as centered on the subframe as possible. It'll make reinstallation so much easier. You might end up having to do a little finagling, but the more prep you can do, the easier time you'll have with the reinstallation of it. Everything's still on the ground. We'll do a test fit. That looks like it should go on. We might have to come up a little bit more. Next, you have to check the front. You make sure the front of the subframe will key into that front cradle. Actually, just looking at it now, it looks like it's got to come down a little bit, so all we got to do is lower our boom. And just like that, we're leveled out. But now we got to bring the back up a little bit more. All right, let's check it out. All right, looks really close. Let's see if she slides on. Remember, low and slow. All right. Now it just happened here, it didn't slide on. I just got to raise the back up a little bit more. Try to get that rear part of the subframe to key right into the rear cradle, and we should be in good shape. Now we adjusted the back, let's double check the front again. All right, front looks good, back looks good. Let's go for attempt number 2. And look at that. We're in. You shouldn't have to fight putting your backhoe on. Just like that, I'm on a slick concrete floor right now, and that slid in nicely. You shouldn't have to fight it. Keep that in mind. If you're fighting it, something's bound up. Take a look, check it out, see what adjustment you have to make. I promise you it'll go right on. Now that we're on, time to reinstall our pins. Again, there's one on each side of the cradle, and each of them gets finished off with a linch pin on the bottom to ensure it's not going to pop out while you're riding through the field. There's one. Come around the other side, we'll get the other one. All right, we're pinned, we're safe. Just to make sure, come to the front, check that that is in fact keyed in and that you're not under the subframe. If you're under it, you had the back up too high and the front too low and you missed. You have to get off, lower that to bring that up, and get it keyed in properly. But we are keyed in properly on the front and rear. Pins are in, so we're attached. Nothing left to do but get everything raised up. Reinstall your travel lock. Now that that's in, we'll raise our outriggers. All right, we're hooked back up, everything's safe. You're ready to go drive away to whatever site you're about to go to and do some work. And that, folks, is how you remove and install your backhoe. The process is the same for all of them. Thanks for joining.